What's going on? This is Brother Jay, and I'm back again with another thought of the day, man. And today's thought of the day is the elephant in the room, man. Ooh wee. Now I ain't gonna front. I've been trying to avoid this subject, but it just kept coming up and coming up and coming up. So now we gotta talk about the elephant that's in the room. The elephant is this hatred that Latinas have or Latinos have for black people. You know what I'm saying? Now, before I go back into history, I'm just going to generally gloss over modern day context, okay? And I'm pretty sure everybody knows, but I'm still going to approach it anyway, which is that naturally Trump, you know what I'm saying, simply put in motion, you know what I'm saying, to deport, you know what I'm saying, a gang of Latinos and Latinas, you know what I'm saying, from their neighborhoods and stuff like that and all over, you know what I'm saying. So now, instead of them getting mad at the motherfucker that they voted for, they want to get mad at black people. How come when any time something goes on, it's always we gotta blame the Mayates, Holmes. Fuck them, SA. It's their fault. You know, I'm not understanding this. You know what I'm saying? We didn't vote for this motherfucker. You did. Or people in your community did. If my statistic is right in my mind, you know what I'm saying? I think they said it was like 59% or 62 of the Latino community voted for Trump, where the overall black votes for Trump was something like 35% or something like that. So you had some cats that did vote for Trump, but the overall number wasn't over the 50% margin. Your community was. So now that the orange man is saying, get your ass over that border, get your ass out of here. Now that he's saying that, you want to blame us? Hold up. See, let me tell you about hood history first of all. Now I'm going to the past now. See, in the murder 80s and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, there was a lot of, you know what I'm saying, blacks that was in Hispanic gangs and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And around the neighborhood where I lived at, you know what I'm saying, we was cool with some Hispanic sets, you know what I'm saying? You know, but as time went on and like, you know what I'm saying, like I would say 89 to 92-ish, that's when you start seeing like, you know what I'm saying, Hispanics was like, you know what I'm saying, fuck that Holmes. You know what I'm saying, we part of the fucking, you know what I'm saying, this bigger clique over here, the mafia thing, you know what I'm saying? So you can't have no blacks in your hood and stuff like that. So motherfuckers that had, you know what I'm saying, inked out and got jumped in on the set, you know what I'm saying, been banging for like, you know what I'm saying, 5 and 10 years, got kicked off the set. You know what I'm saying? So ever since around that range of time, you know what I'm saying, these Hispanics, you know what I'm saying, from all walks of life, you know what I'm saying, whether it be from Mexico, El Salvador, you know what I'm saying, and all these other places, you know what I'm saying, they just had this fucking hate for black people. The crazy part is we should be getting along like a champion because we're both in the same kind of stew. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we both in broke neighborhoods. We broke like a motherfucker. Who better to unite than black and Hispanics? You know what I'm saying? But no, these motherfuckers out the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying, threw down the mandate for everybody else to just hate black people. Now, that was way back then. Now, and as the years went on, you see the beef kind of decreased a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But then it'll influx and increase, and it'll decrease. You know what I'm saying? So it was a seesaw. You know what I'm saying? But mostly they always had this under the breath animosity, you know what I'm saying, for black people. You know what I'm saying? So now that the orange man is riding the back of their neck, it's easier to blame us or have the nerve to say, oh, we should all come together. Oh, we should all come together now? Now that the orange man is deporting you, we should come together. But before that, you know what I'm saying, oh yeah, wait, who are you talking to? Man, fuck that Mayate, ese. Fuck him. That was the main lingo. They say that like a reflex. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not understanding this. This is way over my head. You know what I'm saying? And probably purposely so, because I probably don't want to meaningfully understand it. Because how can you understand something that makes no sense? You know, how can you make logic out of something that don't make no logical sense at all? You know, if you're voting for somebody that's gonna fucking deport your ass, and he said it from the jump, it was no secret. You know what I'm saying? He said he's gonna fucking reinforce the wall that he built and finish building the wall, and also get motherfuckers out this country. And you saying, yeah, let's vote for him. Now it's turning sideways on your neck. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to sit here and say, well, either we need to come together, or, you know what I'm saying, it's y'all fault and shit. Especially when black people been warning you about the Orange Man. You've been warned. And you won't take heed to the warning. Now that the devil come for his payment, now you have nerve to be, oh, we should get along now. And I regret voting for him and shit. Of course you want to cry crocodile tears now. After you already voted for the devil. Now the devil come for his payment. Now you're like, oh, I didn't mean it. And there's no takebacks. No takebacks. So it's not gonna be a long thought of the day. I'm gonna bring mine to an conclusion on this. You know what I'm saying? Hispanic peoples, I understand that you're frustrated. I understand that you're disappointed in the Orange Man. You know what I'm saying? But just do me a favor and don't take your frustration out on us. We've already been the anchor of your anger for many decades. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this be the reason. You know what I'm saying? Because, what Orange Man doing has nothing to do with us, and it's not our fault. It's his fault and his army. That's whose fault it is. So don't be blaming us. We ain't the ones sit there saying, get the fuck out of here, Holmes. Yeah, return to your hometown, SA. We ain't doing that. He is. So why get mad at us for something that we didn't do? Except warn you. That's the only thing you can't get mad at. Is this is not the time for finger pointing? Yes, it is. Think it. If you let the devil in the door and everybody in the background saying, don't open the door for that motherfucker. Don't open the door. Fuck it. I'm going to let him in, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? You open the door, he comes in and act like an asshole. Everybody can be like, you know what I'm saying? We told your ass not to let him in. Of course, they motherfuckers have the nerve to say, this ain't the time for finger pointing. What time is it for finger pointing then? This is the perfect time for finger pointing. When you sit up here and seeing people getting shipped away, adios. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to say this ain't the time for finger pointing, but the time for unity. To unite. You want to unite now. Before Orange Man came in office, you weren't talking about no unity. You thought it was going to be a brand new day. Yeah, under the Trump, Holmes, we're going to have our own business essay. You see, he's a businessman, Holmes, and I can relate to what he's saying. We'll get more business. And he separately got in office and said, yeah, and my business is to make sure that you go over here and mind your business somewhere else. Ooh. So in my conclusion, I'm only going to say Hispanic people, men and women, do not look at us as to blame for this shit going out of control and getting out of hand. We are not at fault. We warned you. You just didn't want to listen. Thought you knew everything. Well, now you got to pay the price. Because whatever political game you're in, the devil wants us to do. So I hope, the best for you and your family and stuff like that. But, we have all the right in the world to start finger pointing because it is your fault. You know, now this is the time to realize and internalize the mistake you made and try to figure out a way to correct the mistake that you made if it's not already too late. So I'm out of here. Deuces.